Hey everyone, welcome back to Alpha Insights. I'm Jeff, and with me is Asher. Nice to have you with us. And hey, if you have questions while you're listening, drop them at stockalpha.ai.
Morning. I'm Asher. We've got a busy slate today. AI driving opportunity, but also a bunch of new headaches around compute and security. Lots to unpack.
Right, the headline takeaway is simple. AI is the growth engine, but it's exposing bottlenecks, think cloud capacity, and fresh security risks, like that high-profile attack we heard about over the weekend. So, the real question here is, who eats the costs and who eats the reputational hits?
Exactly. On the security front, that incident was described as an autonomous agent attack. People are calling it unprecedented, and the CEO of a prominent AI platform even urged radical transparency. That has regulators and boards paying attention.
And on the cloud side, reports say Microsoft has been prioritizing its own AI workloads over some Azure customers. I mean, that points to tight capacity and allocation choices, which is an operational risk and a potential reputational one.
If cloud providers start rationing capacity, customers will ask for stronger service commitments, or they'll shop around. Which raises the question, will the cost of scaling up get passed to customers, or will shareholders foot the bill?
We should also flag the e-commerce angle. Shein's filing showed first quarter revenue of $9.05 billion, but they swung to a net loss of $99 million from a profit of $395 million a year earlier. And part of that is tied to changes in U.S. customs rules. That's going to make IPO investors look harder at margins and regulatory exposure.
Yeah, that's a good point. That swing to a loss invites extra scrutiny on profitability assumptions. Underwriters and prospective shareholders will want clearer paths to sustainable margins in future filings.
On the hardware front, Apple seems to be pushing its smart glasses timeline out, aiming to show something at the developer conference in June of 2027 and possibly ship by the end of that year, with privacy concerns cited as one reason for the delay.
Right. And that pause matters. Privacy questions can stall rollouts and shift revenue timing for suppliers. Meanwhile, Samsung launched new foldables, the latest Z Fold and Z Flip models, so consumers have options heading into the holidays.
Security keeps circling back into everything. The OpenAI incident has people talking about new disclosure expectations and whether boards will require more oversight of autonomous systems. That could mean higher compliance costs and tougher timelines for product rollouts.
Right.
So what should listeners actually watch for in the coming weeks? Keep an eye on statements from cloud providers about capacity investments, anything Microsoft says about customer prioritization, and whether service-level agreements change.
Also, watch Shein's prospectus updates for more on margins and regulatory notes, the investigations into that autonomous agent attack and any policy responses, and Apple's messaging on privacy if they use next June's developer conference to frame their stance.
And don't forget to watch hardware shipments and pricing for foldables. Those are small data points that can shift consumer device mix if Apple moves slower than competitors. A quick practical takeaway. Analysts note that AI remains a dominant theme, but supply constraints and security incidents are real headwinds that can change revenue mixes and timelines. This is informational only. We're laying out the landscape, not giving investment advice.
Exactly. Treat the security story as a reminder that operational risks affect adoption and valuation timelines, and watch corporate disclosures closely. Analysts and boards are going to be very busy.
All right, let's wrap with 3 quick takeaways together.
1. AI demand is surging, but cloud capacity is a choke point that could reshape contracts and pricing.
2. The security incident raises regulatory and governance risk for autonomous systems, and that can drive short-term volatility and longer-term compliance spending.
3. Hardware and e-commerce stories. Apple's delay, Samsung's new foldables, and Shein's profit swing show how privacy and policy can shift revenue timing for big tech and suppliers.
Nice. Got questions? We'd love to hear from you. Head over to stockalpha.ai where you can ask us anything, and we'll answer live. And while you're there, check out more market content.
Thanks for listening. We'll be watching these stories and bringing updates as they break. Catch you next time.